So finally I get to give my first manga chapter review of Akame ga Kill chapter 54. Let's jump into this. So chapter starts off, and unlike the anime counterpart, mine is still alive. Yeah, baby. And in all honesty, like, just to catch up a little bit real quick, I'm respecting mine so much, where she came in like a fucking boss. I don't know if she knew that Night Ray would be following her, because they were basically like, no. So in her mind, I'm going alone. I'm going alone, and I'm going to fuck shit up. So the fact that she went in there right now, oh, just the beginning of the chapter, she's there with her fucking bazooka-looking shit, her Tegu ready to go in. I'm like, yeah, this is hype, and mine gained so much respect for me. If you've seen some of the old anime reviews that I've done on the episodes and shit, I was like, kill mine, I don't give a fuck. But now they did a good job with developing her into a more likable and kick-ass character. And it only took Tatsumi's Wang to do so. And the interesting thing is that the anime actually kind of spoiled some of this, because when Esdeath says, oh, I know Legenda's not going to leave one of her people to go up by herself, they're probably here. In the anime, they were there as well, although when we were reading the manga up to 53, we're thinking that it's just mine all by herself. So anime, good job, mate. Good job. And then just a little trash talking that we have in the beginning with mine and Esdeath. I'll blast you to pieces and shit like that. It was just like a good old cat fight, but with epicness times 10. I mean, Esdeath was on her Madara shit again, dropping meteors, where mine is like having to blast them and she's deflecting it. It's like, well, obviously, let's be real here. I'm pretty sure if it was just one-on-one, nobody around, Esdeath would slaughter mine. But the fact that she's still trying to hold her own, blasting through meteors and everything, again, respect. Even using the opportunity to deflect and ultimately free Tatsumi at the same time, because at the end of the day, it shows mine ain't stupid. I think she realizes not only it's a good thing, you know, let's free him and then I can get out of here the first chance I get, but ultimately I think she realizes she kinda needs a little bit of help. At the end of the day, her name is Esdeath. Like, bitch, she's gonna kill you. And Esdeath's personality continues to shine yet again. But one of the things that I felt was very interesting and started to dive more into just how much this woman really loves Tatsumi. For starters, she's like, come at me with everything you got, because you can definitely see she is super butthurt about this right now. She is a woman scorned, and you know what they say about a woman scorned. Hell have no fury like. But amongst all that, she was never even planning on really killing him. She was gonna wound him to the point where basically she missed his vitals, but ultimately had him on the brink of death, and then she was gonna basically escape with him, ultimately like bringing him in. So if you think about it for a second here, up till now, even though Esdeath is crazy, she has still tried to abide within the realms of the law and not break it completely. So the fact that she's actually was going to basically break the law in a sense by bringing him, even though, you know, the objective was kill him, not put him into the brink of death and then drag him away. You were supposed to kill him. Ultimately, she still was going to let him live and basically drag him away so she could have him. So she was willing to even break the law, which is kind of against what she's been trying to do all along, because she loves this man so much. That shows a little bit more depth into Esdeath's character and how much she really cares about this dude. She genuinely loves him, and it's like, man, Tatsumi, why couldn't you see that? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm glad at the fact that he at the very least got a bitch, because let's be real here, how many shonen characters actually get the girl, let alone get a girl in between the series, not at the very end. So good shit there, but Esdeath, man, you gotta love her. Now the most controversial thing that we gotta talk about, the evolution of Incursio, and basically it was forced in a way by Tatsumi to evolve, where he was screaming and everything. By the way, the art looked really good, especially some of those panels where he's just like screaming there, and the aftermath where you see him inside of the newly shaped Incursio. Design looks sleek as fuck and everything. So this is something that's a little bit controversial I've been seeing here and there, and I want to give my take on it. For starters, we know the basis of this Tegu. We know where this Tegu originated from, and the fact that the monster that it originated from, not only is it still living inside of the actual sword because it was such a monster, it was such a, you know, incredibly powerful beast, ultimately it could adapt to different habitats. It could ultimately adapt to the situation. So I fully understand, and I don't call BS at all on the evolution, because I've seen people saying, what the fuck, a Tegu evolving, and how did it neatly evolve? It always has evolved because of the beast that was inside of it to adapt to its surroundings. The thing where I feel a little bit that it's a little bit problematic is the fact that it kind of just seems a little bit weird, because from Esdeath's power, from what we know thus far, she could freeze space and time. Now, is it that everything is just literally ice frozen, and she's the only one that isn't, so she can move so everything stays ice frozen? and that's why he's able to break out of it, because he can adapt to the cold temperature? Is that why it is? Or is it that she literally freezes everything as far as like space and time? It's like, I wish it was more specific on her technique. I wish we had a little bit more details into it, because if it's legitimately that it's just everything is ice around her and, like, you know, everything is frozen like that, then it makes a little bit more sense. But if it's literally just that, like, you know, this stays in the air while it's dropping because she froze everything, not using ice, just it's frozen in general in space and time, then wouldn't it just kind of feel like an ass pull? Like, wait, he can break space and time? So that's one of the things that I'm just kind of a little bit like, I wish we had more knowledge on exactly her ability. What can it, like, legitimately do? Because it's supposed to freeze space and time. Does it literally, like, everything is ice and that's again why he can adapt to it? Something there just, it kind of feels very convenient. And although it looks epic as fuck, that's my whole take on the controversy, because people are going crazy left and right about that. And now we got a powered up Tatsumi ready to go, but it's like, I told Tatsumi a long time ago in my anime episode reviews, don't fight Esdeath. Run into her arms. Super fanboy mode right now. And you even got Akame jumping in there on some fucking bullshit as well. I'm like, I'm glad that we got Akame finally jumping in to fight Esdeath, because how long has it been since we've been wanting to see this? Is kind of one of the things that, like, Akame said, I'm going to get Esdeath. She basically made it her proclamation. I'm going to be the one to do it. So the fact that she came in there, even if ultimately with Budo coming in, it kind of distracts it and fucks it up, I'm glad to see that we're starting to get more progression. And I honestly hope we get more spotlight on Akame, you know, in the next few chapters, or for the remainder of the series for that matter, because I said it in my kind of first impressions video, whatever, that I made regarding the manga, and I'll say it again. I definitely feel as though she needs more spotlight. It's called Akame ga Kill, which, yeah, it's Red-Eyed Killer, but ultimately it also is her name. So I really hope that she gets more, you know, spotlight, and I'm hoping that maybe with this it could do it. Other people go against Budo and she's like, nah, I'm going against Esdeath, bitch. And I don't know if she can take her by herself, to be honest with you. I highly doubt it. I mean, agenda, everyone couldn't do it, but ultimately I would like to see some of that shit, because we got a badass like Akame and we have a god like Esdeath. Battle of Gods, baby. And oh my gosh, I know another anime comparison, but I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Budo in the anime can suck penguin cock while fapping to a truck. Like, in the anime, Budo is a fucking pile of shit. In the manga, like, mine is like, you were able to be unfazed by Pumpkin. And he's like, I'm a fucking boss. You all are going to be executed right now. The manga version of Budo, a million billion times better than that worthless pile of shit in the anime, because he's like a boss right now. So good shit on Budo as well. Hyped up for a reason, because he's not fucking playing no games. And overall, this chapter, it was a good chapter. Maybe I'm between like 7.5 to an 8. The power-up does seem convenient, and if it is that it's literally not like actual ice, but it's just that she can freeze space and time, and ultimately he just kind of broke out of that. How do you adapt to breaking space and time? That's something that it seems a little unclear. It seems a little bit convenient, but ultimately it still looks like a kick-ass power-up, and at the end of the day, it does have some of the elements of being explained that it can adapt to its environment, so it's not completely like, holy shit, I got a power-up for no fucking reason. Let's go, bro. So that's my stance on that. And overall, a pretty kick-ass chapter of Akame ga Kill. This seems very fun to talk about and review, to be honest with you. Like, I had a blast just doing this video right now. So definitely can't wait to talk about 55 and onward with this manga, because Akame ga Kill is fucking awesome. Action-packed, a lot of interesting things. And at the same time, Esdeath mainly is a character that I really like to talk about, because not only she's, you know, hot and amazing like that, but also there's a little bit more depth to her, especially with her love towards Tatsumi. It goes deep. It runs deep, baby. But let me know what you guys thought of this chapter. What do you think about the power-up? Did it feel convenient? Were you disappointed with it? Also, what do you think about Esdeath, that basically she was almost going to break the law for how much she loves this guy? Do you think that that shows that she could have potentially, if Tatsumi tried, gone over to Night Ray, because she was basically like gonna break the law just to get him out right now and not completely kill him? And yo, what thoughts of the chapter? Fucking kick-ass shit. Can't wait to talk about the next one. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you can do so as well, that'd be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. Esdeath for the motherfucking win.